Unlock her deepest desires. 6 phrases she can't resist. What if I told you that one single sentence, just a few words spoken at the perfect moment, could make a woman feel an undeniable pull towards you? Not because of your striking looks, not due to your impressive career, but because those words resonated with something profound within her, something deeply emotional, something undeniably real. What if you possessed the ability to communicate in a way that makes her pause, genuinely smile, and perceive you with a fresh, captivating perspective, all without ever trying to impress or prove a single thing? The 6 phrases I am about to unveil today are not mere tricks. They are powerful, psychologically rooted tools. These words are meticulously crafted based on deep understanding of human psychology, authentic emotion, and the intricate ways people truly forge connections. When delivered with genuine intention and impeccable timing, these phrases ignite a unique spark within her, a flame of curiosity, a blossoming of interest, and a profound emotional connection. They possess the rare power to completely reverse the typical narrative. Instead of you expending energy in pursuit, something intrinsic within her begins to naturally gravitate towards you. You see, when you genuinely comprehend how women feel and how they connect on an emotional plane, and you learn to articulate your thoughts in a manner that reaches that very emotional core, the arduous pursuit becomes obsolete. She starts to discern something truly rare within you, an essence worth cherishing. These potent phrases will linger in her mind, echoing long after your conversation has gracefully concluded. Before we delve into these transformative linguistic keys, I urge you to take one crucial, impactful step. Hit that subscribe button right now. By doing so, you are not merely contributing to your own personal evolution and growth. You are actively empowering this vital message to reach countless men across the globe. Men who are weary of feeling perpetually ignored, exhausted by the confines of the friend zone, and tired of being unseen for their authentic selves. Your invaluable support directly fuels the growth of this channel, and as we expand, we collectively empower more men, including yourself, to construct lives of greater purpose and connection. Now, let us immerse ourselves in the words that possess the power to touch her heart, even before she fully comprehends why. The first powerful phrase is, "You have a unique way about you." I like that. Most men instinctively attempt to capture a woman's attention by offering compliments centered on her physical appearance. They might utter phrases like, "You're truly beautiful," or "You look absolutely stunning tonight." And while certainly these compliments may sound pleasant in the moment, women hear them with monotonous regularity. It is not that women intrinsically dislike receiving kind words. They absolutely do. However, a significant number of these appearance-based compliments feel hollow, as if they have been recited 100 times before. They lack a personal touch. They fail to ignite genuine emotion. But then, there is this remarkably simple, yet profoundly impactful line. "You have a unique way about you. I like that." Suddenly, the entire dynamic shifts. This phrase carries immense power because it transcends mere attention. It bestows authentic recognition. And that, fundamentally, is what many women truly yearn for, not just to be seen, but to be deeply understood. This particular sentence is soft, imbued with a subtle mystery. It compels her to pause, to genuinely reflect, to ponder. What exactly does he mean? Which aspect of my being truly stood out to him? Perhaps it was the distinctive melody of her laughter, or the captivating manner in which she narrated a personal anecdote, or the fervent passion with which she articulated her love for a particular subject. This is precisely where her mind begins its inquisitive journey, striving to decipher what you perceived in her that was undeniably different. That is the nascent spark of emotional connection, ignited not through overt displays of prowess, not through conventional flirting, but through the potent catalysts of curiosity and intriguing mystery. You are not handing her all the answers. Instead, you are offering her a tantalizing glimpse, and that intrinsically fuels her desire to understand more about what you perceive. and consequently more about you as an individual. Now, let us meticulously examine the correct way to deliver this potent line. It is crucial not to employ it merely to project an aura of intriguing intelligence. Its power is unleashed only when a genuine, authentic moment unfolds, when she courageously opens up about something deeply personal, or when her laughter rings out in a manner that is entirely, uniquely her own, or when she recounts a story that truly illuminates her authentic self. In that precise, unfolding moment, you must intentionally pause. Allow a brief, serene silence to permeate the interaction for just a solitary second. Meet her gaze with a calm, unwavering energy. Then, slowly and with unforced simplicity, utter the words, "You have a unique way about you. I like that." Your tone, in this instance, is absolutely paramount. Deliver it as if you have just stumbled upon something truly rare, as if you have just made a significant, profound discovery. Please, for the sake of its impact, do not rush the delivery, and do not attempt to over-explain its meaning. The enduring power of this line resides in its quiet, utterly natural resonance. You are not striving to charm her. You are genuinely seeing her, and that quality in today's world is exceedingly rare, because here lies an uncomfortable truth that many men fail to grasp. A significant number of women feel profoundly emotionally unseen. While people may readily observe and comment on their outward appearance, a precious few ever take the time to genuinely notice the intricate workings of their mind, the unique cadence of their laughter, or the specific passions that ignite their spirit when they speak. That, precisely, is where this particular line operates with such profound depth. You are subtly conveying, "I have observed something truly special within you that others consistently overlook." And the most beautiful consequence, when she experiences the profound feeling of being seen in such an authentic manner, she will inherently desire to open up even more. She will share additional stories with you. She will feel a compelling urge to reveal more facets of her true self. And over a sustained period, she will begin to intrinsically link the profound feeling of being truly seen with your presence. That deep emotional bond will prove to be far more robust and enduring than any superficial pickup line, any fleeting compliment, or any deliberate attempt to impress. So yes, employ this powerful phrase, but only when it emanates from a place of genuine authenticity. Deliver it with the calm, self-assured confidence of a man who pays meticulous attention to what genuinely matters beneath the surface. That singular moment will indelibly reside within her memory, and by extension, so will you. The second powerful phrase is, "I like women who know what they want." This is arguably one of the most profoundly underestimated phrases a man can utter. On the surface, it might appear to be a straightforward compliment, but at its very core, it embodies something far more potent. It functions as a quiet challenge, a subtle declaration of a personal standard, an unspoken filter. The vast majority of men, particularly when they are attracted to a woman, instinctively fall into the trap of seeking her approval. They tend to say things they believe she desires to hear. They agree with excessive alacrity. They smile perhaps a little too much. They try desperately hard to impress her, harboring the hope that if they are sufficiently sweet, intelligent, or amusing, she will ultimately select them. But what this unconscious behavior inadvertently achieves, without them even realizing it, is a complete shift in the energetic dynamic. Now, she subtly becomes the coveted prize, and he is relegated to the role of the pursuer. He is effectively auditioning. He is perpetually proving his worth. And whether women are consciously aware of this shift or not, that energy inevitably becomes predictable and, in time, undeniably boring. However, when you meet a woman's gaze with an aura of calm composure and quiet confidence, and you utter the words, "I like women who know what they want," the entire dynamic transforms. You are no longer implicitly seeking her validation. You are not endeavoring to win her over. Instead, you are unequivocally stating a personal preference, articulating a clear standard, and that subtly yet powerfully pivots the entire conversation from an internal monologue of "Am I good enough for her?" to an intriguing question of "Is she what I am looking for?" It is a minor pivot with a monumental impact, because now she is the one who subtly begins to qualify herself for your attention. She starts to inwardly ponder, do I appear confident to him? Do I project an image of knowing what I desire? Am I meeting his unspoken standard? That internal inquiry, that subtle self-assessment, is precisely what cultivates attraction on a far deeper, more engaging level. Not only are you perceived as discerning and selective, but you are also reinforcing a powerful message she rarely hears. You are not readily available to just anyone. And here is the underlying psychology that explains why this phrase resonates so deeply. Women inherently admire men who possess profound clarity of thought, clarity of purpose, and an unshakable clarity in their core values. When you declare, "I like women who know what they want," you are simultaneously revealing your own intrinsic attraction to clarity in others, which directly reflects the clarity you cultivate within yourself. This projection renders you strong, deeply rooted, and inherently reliable. These qualities are rare and consequently immensely attractive. Now, the precise timing for deploying this phrase is crucial. It is most effective when used in moments where she is genuinely demonstrating a degree of decisiveness or perhaps a subtle leadership quality. Perhaps she orders her meal with unapologetic confidence at a bustling restaurant. Maybe she articulates a strong opinion with compelling conviction. Perhaps she candidly shares her aspirations and what she is actively seeking in her life. These are the opportune moments to subtly drop this potent line. You meet her gaze, you offer a slight, almost imperceptible nod, and you deliver the words with quiet yet profound admiration. "I like women who know what they want." Then, and this is critical, pause. Allow the words to settle. Do not immediately follow it with anything soft, apologetic, or explanatory. You are not uttering it for her approval. You are simply expressing a deeply held value. And when you maintain that line with calm, unwavering energy, it creates a unique kind of emotional gravity. It gently yet powerfully draws her towards you. This phrase is also incredibly effective when she directly asks you about the type of woman you are attracted to. Most men, caught off guard, would stammer and resort to vague generalities like, "I don't really have a type," or "someone who's nice, I guess." Such responses are nebulous, forgettable, and utterly uninspiring. Instead, if you calmly and confidently respond with, "I like women who know what they want," you achieve two powerful objectives simultaneously. You communicate an inherent strength, and you subtly ignite a compelling challenge. She will now instinctively begin to measure herself against your clearly articulated standard. And here lies the absolute key. Once you have stated this, ensure your subsequent actions are in complete alignment with your words. If she exhibits indecisiveness, insecurity, or a tendency towards flakiness, do not pursue. Because if you were to chase someone who demonstrably fails to meet the very standard you have boldly declared, your words would instantly lose all their weight and credibility. But if you remain deeply grounded, consistently calm, and unwavering in your conviction, she will viscerally perceive the difference. She will instinctively sense that you are not merely engaging in idle talk. You are embodying that very standard in your lived experience. That, my friend, is when the true magic begins to unfold. She will start to invest more meaningfully in the conversation. She will subtly lean forward, drawn by your magnetic presence. She will open up, revealing more of herself. She will begin to actively desire to be perceived as the kind of woman who genuinely knows what she wants. And this is not manipulation. This is pure, unadulterated magnetism. It fosters a healthy, reciprocal dynamic where both individuals are consciously elevating their energy to meet each other, rather than engaging in tiresome, superficial games. So, always remember, do not speak with the sole intention of impressing. Speak to authentically express your deepest values. And this one remarkably simple phrase, "I like women who know what they want," will decisively flip the script from you chasing her to her subtly wondering how to genuinely maintain your captivated interest. The third powerful phrase is, "That's what I like most about you." This might appear to be an unremarkable collection of words, but when delivered in the precise moment, imbued with the correct emotional energy, it becomes astonishingly potent. It transcends the realm of a mere compliment. It is something profoundly more significant. It makes her feel genuinely seen, truly seen, not just observed. And for the vast majority of women, encountering such a moment of profound emotional recognition is exceedingly rare. Authentic emotional acknowledgement does not frequently occur, and when it does, it imprints itself deeply within their memory. Here lies the simple truth. Most compliments women habitually receive are focused on the superficial, the external. "You look absolutely beautiful." "I love your dress." "Your smile is truly amazing." While undeniably pleasant to hear, such compliments tend to dissipate rapidly. They fail to leave any lasting imprint. Why? Because virtually every man utters the same predictable sentiments. It is effortlessly easy to notice what resides on the surface, but this particular line, "That's what I like most about you," delves significantly deeper. It powerfully communicates that you have been paying meticulous attention to something inherently real, something that exists beneath the superficial layers, something that the majority of men invariably overlook. It transforms an otherwise mundane moment into an unforgettable, emotionally charged experience. Let us dissect this further. Imagine she is passionately discussing her life, not merely outlining her activities, but articulating the profound why behind her endeavors. Perhaps her eyes sparkle with an undeniable luminosity when she speaks of her dedication to helping others. Or maybe she articulates a deep passion with quiet, resolute strength. That precisely is the opportune moment. You must slow your pace. Maintain unwavering eye contact. Speak calmly and with absolute clarity. "That's what I like most about you." And then, crucially, articulate precisely what you mean. The way you care so deeply. It's truly rare. It's real. And then immediately cease speaking. Allow the ensuing silence to perform its profound work. That pause, that moment of unspoken resonance is everything. Because now, you are not merely complimenting her physical attributes or desperately attempting to win her over. You are genuinely recognizing the core of who she is as an individual. And when a woman feels profoundly understood, not just superficially liked, she naturally begins to open up. She relaxes into the moment. She becomes more authentically herself in your presence. And that, unequivocally, fosters a deep and meaningful connection. You have touched something profoundly deep within her, and she will undoubtedly remember it. But here is the critical caveat. Do not overuse this phrase. Do not deliver it to every woman you encounter. Do not employ it simply to project an aura of profound depth. Utter it solely when it resonates with genuine authenticity, when she reveals her authentic self to you, when she demonstrates kindness without seeking immediate attention, or when she shares a vulnerable story, or when she articulates her thoughts with quiet, self-assured confidence. That is your precise moment. That is when you should say, "That right there, that's what I like most about you." Deliver it as if you genuinely mean it. Not as a practice performance, but as a profound truth you have just stumbled upon and profoundly appreciated. When you execute this with sincerity, the emotional impact is undeniably real. She will experience a powerful emotional pull towards you because you did not merely look at her, you saw her. You illuminated for her that her true value resides in something deeply intrinsic. Not her sartorial style, not her physical form, not even her eloquent words, but the profound spirit that animates them. And that, in today's world, is something the vast majority of men never achieve. Here is an additional powerful insight. When you articulate this phrase, you are not merely bestowing a compliment upon her. You are also subtly shaping the way she perceives herself. You are shining a gentle, affirming light on the aspects of her being that genuinely matter. And perhaps no one has ever done that for her before. That is the caliber of moment that imprints itself indelibly upon her heart. That is what will compel her to reflect upon you long after your conversation has gracefully concluded. So, remember this enduring principle. The most potent form of attraction is inherently emotional. When you succeed in making her feel uniquely special for the authentic woman she is, she will never forget it, and neither will you. That's what I like most about you. Simple words, yet with an extraordinarily profound impact. The fourth powerful phrase is, you make things feel easy to talk about. This phrase might sound deceptively gentle, but do not allow its softness to mislead you. It possesses immense power. In fact, it expertly taps into one of the deepest emotional needs that most women harbor, the profound need to feel emotionally secure and utterly free to express themselves without the burden of judgment, the pressure of being rushed, or the frustration of being misunderstood. You see, women, much like men, often carry a significant emotional load, a tapestry woven with expectations, societal pressures, ingrained assumptions, and the lingering echoes of past hurts. And in the vast majority of conversations, particularly with men who are actively striving to impress, they frequently feel compelled to filter their true thoughts, to adopt a carefully constructed role, or to subtly conceal what they genuinely believe and feel. However, when you meet her gaze and sincerely articulate, you make things feel easy to talk about, you are accomplishing something that the vast majority of men never do. You are not merely validating the content of her words. You are profoundly validating the inherent energy she brings into the interaction, the way she makes you feel relaxed, genuinely present, and openly receptive. And that, unequivocally, flips the entire script. Because now, instead of her being the one exerting effort to earn your attention, you are powerfully communicating that you deeply value the unique emotional atmosphere she cultivates. You are conveying that you respect her intrinsic presence, not solely her physical appearance or her spoken words. Let us delve even deeper into the nuances of this phrase. It transcends mere comfort. It is fundamentally about genuine connection. When someone makes you feel easy to talk to, it signifies that your own emotional defenses naturally recede. And when you openly share that profound feeling with her, you are not exhibiting weakness. On the contrary, you are displaying authentic vulnerability, and genuine authenticity is inherently attractive. Utter this phrase when she is genuinely opened up, when the conversation flows with effortless grace, when you experience that undeniable sensation of, I can truly be myself around her. That is when its impact reaches its zenith. You do not deliver it with a knowing smirk or a calculated intent. You speak it with a calm, honest tone, like a quiet, profound realization that has just dawned upon you. And when you do, something truly special unfolds. She feels safe. She feels deeply valued. She feels profoundly seen, not for her external attributes or her accomplishments, but for the inherent emotional energy she brings into the present moment. And that resonates deeply within her. She will reflect upon that moment. She will mentally replay that sentence, inwardly questioning herself. Why does it feel so good to talk to him? Why do I feel more authentically myself when I am in his company? That, my friend, is an indelible emotional imprint. That is how you become truly unforgettable. Now, a crucial piece of advice: do not attempt to over-explain it. Allow the sincerity of your tone and the precision of your timing to carry the full weight of the sentiment. Deliver it when you genuinely experience a profound sense of ease and comfort in her presence. Perhaps you have just shared something deeply personal. Perhaps you are both laughing freely and uninhibitedly. Perhaps the conversation has naturally evolved into a deeply meaningful exchange, and it simply feels profoundly natural. That is the opportune moment to subtly drop the line. You make things feel easy to talk about. Then pause. Allow her the space to fully absorb its meaning. And remember, this is not a manipulative pickup line. It is a profound reflection of sophisticated emotional awareness, the kind of awareness that distinctly differentiates a man who merely engages in superficial talk from a man who forges genuine, lasting connections. When she perceives that you are not striving to impress, but instead you are authentically present, genuinely curious, and deeply grounded, that is when she begins to open up even more. She will start to share intimate details and experiences she typically keeps guarded. She will begin to trust you on a deeper level, and when a woman grants you her emotional trust, authentic attraction flows effortlessly and naturally, on a level that no mere pickup line could ever hope to achieve. So embrace this phrase, employ it when it resonates with genuine truth. And deliver it not with the intention of eliciting a specific reaction, but to bestow a profound moment, a moment of authentic recognition, a moment of serene peace. That profoundly is what she will remember. That is what she will crave to experience again. The fifth powerful phrase is, "There's something about the way you think that I really respect." This phrase powerfully targets one of the most consistently underrated forms of attraction: intellectual and emotional respect. Most men simply do not venture into this profound territory. Their focus tends to remain on external appearance, palpable energy, or perhaps surface-level personality traits. But the intricate workings of the mind, that aspect is rarely, if ever, genuinely acknowledged. And yet, it is precisely this intellectual core that women most deeply desire to feel appreciated for, especially those who are naturally thoughtful, ambitiously driven, and genuinely self-aware. This phrase communicates something extraordinarily potent to her. It tells her unequivocally, you are not merely hearing her words, you are actively, deeply listening. You are engaging with the very fabric of her thoughts. And you hold those thoughts in genuine admiration. Let us meticulously unpack the layers of this phrase. When you utter, "There's something about the way you think that I really respect," you are simultaneously achieving three pivotal objectives. Firstly, you demonstrate profound depth. You are signaling that your attraction extends far beyond her physical appearance or her outward behaviors. You are deeply attuned to the sophisticated lens through which she perceives and interprets the world. Secondly, you ingeniously trigger curiosity. She will immediately begin an internal mental process, actively pondering, which specific aspect of my thinking did he mean? What exactly did I articulate that elicited such a profound sentiment from him? This mental loop, this internal questioning, effectively keeps you powerfully anchored in her thoughts. Thirdly, and perhaps most crucially, you subtly position yourself as a high-value individual. This is because you are not seeking shallow validation. You are bestowing genuinely meaningful recognition. That quality is profoundly rare. And this rarity in turn makes her perceive you as equally rare and exceptional. This phrase operates most effectively in a moment where she is exhibiting genuine thoughtfulness or articulating a well-considered opinion. Perhaps she is sharing a nuanced idea about life, about love, about purpose, or about creative expression. And she speaks with a clarity or depth that genuinely captures your intellectual attention. That precisely is your opportune moment. You lock eyes with her, not with an intense or dramatic gaze, but with a calm, present awareness. And you deliver the words, "There's something about the way you think that I really respect." Then you allow a pregnant silence to follow. Do not attempt to over-explain it. Do not say, "Because you're so smart," or "Because you remind me of my brilliant cousin who's also a deep thinker." Such clumsy additions will instantly nullify its profound power. Allow the inherent mystery to perform its work, because here lies the true magic. You haven't merely complimented her intelligence. You have complemented the unique vibe of her thoughts, the distinctive style of her mind. That makes her feel uniquely and profoundly understood. And women, particularly high-value women, indelibly remember the men who evoke that precise feeling within them. She will begin to perceive you not as someone who is desperately striving to win her over, but as someone who is already inherently worthy of her respect. And that, unequivocally, transforms the entire dynamic of the interaction. Here is a sophisticated pro-level move. Employ this phrase after she has courageously shared something deeply personal, such as a formative story from her past, a pivotal decision she had to make, or a deeply held worldview she embraces. If she is thoughtful, intentional, and genuinely authentic in her sharing, even if you find yourself holding a differing opinion, that is your precise cue. Deliver it slowly, with a steady, grounded tone, and only when you genuinely mean it. There's something about the way you think that I really respect. She may not outwardly display her reaction immediately, but internally she will feel profoundly acknowledged, not merely noticed, but truly valued at a deep intellectual and emotional level. And that, far more than any superficial line, any fleeting charm, or any conventional compliment, is what will compel her to return to the conversation again and again. Because when a woman feels profoundly respected for her mind, not just her body or her emotions, you forge a bond that the vast majority of men cannot even begin to imagine. It is a bond that does not fade with the light of the next day. It is one that echoes enduringly within her memory. So, never underestimate the power of this phrase. Employ it with profound intention and observe as the very nature of your connection subtly shifts from casual to utterly compelling. The sixth and final powerful phrase is, "You don't have to try so hard with me. I like the real you." This phrase might just be the most disarming one of them all, not because it flatters, but because it liberates. In a world where countless women feel an incessant pressure to appear flawless, to sound perfectly articulate, to be perpetually interesting or impressively accomplished, this phrase grants them the invaluable permission to exhale. And that profound emotional exhale is precisely where genuine, unvarnished connection thrives. Most men, often without conscious awareness, inadvertently make women feel as though they are under constant evaluation. This subtle pressure is communicated through their body language, through compliments that exclusively focus on physical appearance, or by their own attempts to impress in return. However, when you sincerely state, "You don't have to try so hard with me. I like the real you," you effectively shatter that pervasive pattern. You extend an offer of profound safety, not a weakness, but a powerful form of emotional security, and that quality is inherently magnetic. Here is why this phrase resonates with such immense power. You are unequivocally conveying to her that her unfiltered, authentic self is not just sufficient, but perhaps even more captivating than the carefully curated version she feels compelled to present to the world. And that in itself is a message very few women ever genuinely hear from a man they are interested in. She might be laughing a little too boisterously, speaking a touch too rapidly, or striving intensely to maintain a lively, effervescent vibe. Or perhaps she momentarily reveals a fleeting glimpse of insecurity, attempting to swiftly recover with an added layer of charm. That, precisely, is your opportune moment. You lean in slightly, with a calm, reassuring energy, and you utter it. "You don't have to try so hard with me. I like the real you." Deliver it with genuine softness, not as a test, not with the intention of extracting something from her, but simply as a gentle, heartfelt truth. And what you will observe, almost instantaneously, is a palpable shift in her body language. Her movements will slow down. Her smile will become more authentically genuine, less forced. Her voice might noticeably soften because that invisible wall, the one she perhaps didn't even realize she was instinctively holding up, will begin to gently, subtly come down. This phrase works so powerfully because it signals something incredibly rare in interactions. You are not present simply to be entertained. You are present to genuinely connect. You do not require a polished, flawless performance. Instead, you are irresistibly drawn to the parts of her that feel utterly unfiltered. The spontaneous, slightly messy laugh, the passionate, rambling rants, the wonderfully offbeat, quirky stories. And here lies the profound beauty of it. When she truly believes that you perceive inherent value in her authentic self, she instinctively begins to reveal even more of it to you. That process organically cultivates trust, and trust in turn fosters genuine desire on a level that no mere pickup line could ever hope to achieve. But here is the absolute key. Utter this phrase only when the moment is authentically honest, when you genuinely feel as though you are catching a fleeting glimpse behind the mask she might be wearing. If she is visibly performing or acting a certain way, and then momentarily drops into something truly real and vulnerable, that is your precise cue, and crucially, do not overuse it. If you deliver this phrase to every woman you encounter, or if you force it too early in an interaction, it will invariably sound insincere and artificial. But when it emanates from a place of profound sincerity and your calm, grounded energy perfectly aligns with your words, she will remember that moment forever. Because very few people, let alone men, ever genuinely say, "You're enough, just as you are." So, what does this phrase truly achieve? It gracefully lowers her emotional defenses. It actively constructs a profound sense of emotional safety. It fundamentally creates a shared space where genuine connection can flourish and deepen. And within that sacred space, attraction becomes utterly effortless because she is no longer striving desperately to win your attention. She is simply being and feeling for perhaps the first time like that is finally wonderfully enough. That precisely is when the connection transcends the realm of a mere game and begins to feel like something truly real and deeply meaningful. Now you possess something that the vast majority of men will never acquire: the precise words that touch a woman not on the superficial surface, but deep within her very core. These 6 potent phrases are not merely lines designed to impress, they are powerful keys to unlocking deeper connection, profound emotion, and unwavering trust. Because once you cease the exhausting pursuit of external approval and begin to communicate with genuine intention, everything in your interactions fundamentally transforms. What you are no longer aimlessly guessing what might work. You are confidently leading with your authentic presence. You are not merely uttering words, you are actively creating unforgettable moments that will resonate within her. Remember, the goal is not to try to sound overtly intelligent or effortlessly smooth. The true essence lies in being authentic, calm, and deeply grounded. Say less, but let your words carry profound meaning. Speak with an unwavering confidence that doesn't require unnecessary noise. That, precisely, is what will draw her in. That is what will make her feel something distinctly different with you. Something undeniably real. And now I want to ask you one crucial thing. If this video has illuminated new perspectives for you, if you have genuinely learned something today that could fundamentally shift how you connect with women, then please, I urge you, support this channel. Hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a like if the message resonated deeply within your spirit. Leave a heartfelt comment below, telling me which specific phrase impacted you the most, or even better, which one you are committed to trying this very week. And please share this invaluable wisdom with a man you deeply care about, because far too many good men are still navigating this path blindly, struggling with uncertainty and making the wrong moves. When you choose to support this channel, you are actively contributing to the construction of a vital space where profound emotional intelligence harmoniously converges with authentic attraction. No games, no manipulative tactics, just raw truth, meaningful growth, and unshakable confidence. This is our community, and we don't merely speak about becoming better men. we embody it. So, until our next powerful exchange, keep your standards unequivocally high, your words intentionally chosen, and your energy calmly resolute. The right woman will undeniably feel it, and she will never, ever forget you.